What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down one of the worst ways that wide receivers can train in the offseason. So this is something that I see happen very often, is this situation that we are looking at right here, where it's either a 7-on-7 club or organization or whatever have you. They're doing one-on-ones, they're doing a practice or quote-unquote tryout, and you have this situation where you got an unrealistic situation. Everything that you do in the offseason, fellas, you hear from a lot of great NFL players, they talk about this. Everything that you do in the offseason needs to translate to what you do when the pads come on. There's no point of working situations that you are never going to see, right? So in this situation, let's talk about this. Let's talk about why this is bad. There's like 20 people on the field, number one. So this is not a realistic look, because how are you supposed to set a DB up with maybe a slide release or a step back release or something of that nature? And the reason why I make this video is because I want to let you guys know that if you find yourself in this situation, it's probably not quality work. Like, I get it, the hype and all that stuff. It's fun to do one-on-ones, but if it's not realistic, there is no point for you to be there. If you're just there to have a good time, fine. But if you're there to get better, this is not how you are going to get better. Now, let's play the clip full speed. Let's watch what this DB does. So this DB immediately off the line grabs him on the chest, holds him, throws him into the people, he's celebrating, all that stuff. Yeah, great, fine. But now, let's talk about how this is unrealistic. Before the wide receiver even moves, this DB is shooting hands on him. So what does that tell me? He is guessing the snap count. So as soon as that quarterback says set, go, guess what that DB is going to do? Get hands, right? It's not realistic. The DB is reacting off of view, because guess what a quarterback can do in a real game when we have 5 linemen down there? He'd go hard count. He'd give you on-2 call. He'd set hut and not snap the ball. And then that DB does this. Guess what? We're going up 5, right? So it's not realistic. That's not what you're going to be seeing when the pads come on. Now, number 2, let's talk about this, right? So when he jumps at you, guess what I'm going to do? If you want to jam my wide receiver like this and hold him and throw him into the sideline and be a hero, if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to come back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have my quarterback here, my running back here, and I'm going to go toss left and take that thing up the damn sideline, because you want to showboat and throw him into the sideline. So I'm going to go take this thing 60 yards, and guess what happens? You're either going to get pulled out of the game if you're a DB doing that, or you're going to start playing zone coverage, because you're going to try to keep everything in front of you. So when this thing happens, fellas, don't worry about it, because I know a lot of people ask about this, because that's the best way. It's not real football. It's 100% not real football. Now, you get physical guys who want to get hands, but they play it in a more disciplined fashion, and they're reacting off of you. Like, this ball will be snapped, and then maybe he's getting hands. As soon as he sees you start to react, go with the release, he gets hands. And that's what we want to train for. I'm all for going up against physical DB. I'm all for that, but when it's not realistic, nobody's getting better like that. Nobody's actually challenging themselves out here. Nobody's actually putting themselves in game-realistic situations. So make sure you are doing that, fellas. Don't be this guy. If you find yourselves in these situations, no, it's cool, it's fun, go out there, have a good time, play one-on-one, 7-on-7, whatever it is. But if you're there training, you're trying to get better, you need to go up against DBs, defenses that give you a realistic look, that are going to help you out on Friday nights, okay? Now, and again, a lot of guys will just come out and do one-on-ones. A lot of guys will just come out to the field, do one-on-ones, just train, and they'll just do run routes like this. They don't do any drill work. They don't do stuff to build on the techniques that are going to get them open in those one-on-one situations, fellas. And if you guys want to know some of the specific drills, some of the workouts that you can do to put yourselves in those game realistic situations, check out that very first link in the description, fellas. Also, we have an 8-week wide receiver field workout schedule for you guys. It's a 8-week-long complete schedule, all the sets, reps, examples of each exercise, and a video breakdown of each exercise with a full speed example, all mapped out for you for 8 weeks total. So if you're interested in that, check out that very first link in the description, fellas. Let's get back to this video. So now, last thing I want to discuss on as well is, like, a lot of people are going to say, well, oh, you're soft. Oh, you're soft for not wanting to go up against a DB like this. Yeah, you know what? Fine, dude. That's totally fine. But listen, it's not going to help you out in a game, because this DB is going to get chewed out by his DB coach, by his defensive coordinator, when he's trying to be a hero like this, and we run a sweep to the outside. We throw a little bubble screen underneath, and then this guy takes it to the house, because this DB is not playing disciplined football. And you have to play disciplined football, and you have to play realistic football if you want to be successful in the offseason. You have limited amount of time in the offseason, fellas. You have from, December all the way till probably August. So you do not want to waste time. You do not want to waste time. It is not a job for you guys either. The NFL player, it's a job. 365 days a year, he's a football player. You are a football player for a short amount of time, and you are also a student. You also might play other sports, and so you have to maximize the time that you're doing in the offseason. Do realistic things and do things that are going to help you get better. All right, fellas, I hope this video gave you guys some value. I hope you guys maybe learned a few things just about what you can do this offseason to approach it a little bit better. And again, if you guys have any questions, any kind of video feedback, we would love to hear it. Don't hesitate to leave that in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time.